Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Band of Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for, if it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a Demon Lord. I actually have a couple more episodes to edit, and I just downloaded episode 10, so I'll be working on that tomorrow. Yay, more Latina! Anyway, speaking of that, yeah, this is going to be for episode 7. They end up arriving at their first port city, which is awesome, because Latina never really got to... I don't think Latina's ever seen the ocean. I could be wrong. But, yeah. They end up getting, exploring it as well, and Latina's just excited about everything because this is her first time really traveling that we know of, because she hasn't really talked much about her life before she met Dale. Or maybe she doesn't remember a bunch of it. Then again, she was 7, so... I don't know. Anyway, yeah. They end up exploring, going to nice restaurants, buying some dried fish as well, because apparently they do have fish in quoits, but not dried fish, and apparently not as much, if at all, if I remember correctly. And Kenneth apparently taught her some recipes for that, and yeah, it'd be good. Anyway, they end up going to a nice restaurant, and while they're eating, there's a woman playing, playing a, don't even know what instrument that was, a lute or something like that, I guess, the closest thing. But anyway, Latina ends up saying randomly that she is a devil. And we're like, how can you possibly tell? She's got a hat over her head. And then she said, she notices it's the bracelet on her arm, and I'm like, wait, how did I not notice that Latina had that before? Cause, yeah, I didn't even notice it when I was watching the first episode. So I'm guessing she keeps that usually at, at the tavern where they're living. Because we haven't seen her wearing that since then. And he ends up asking, to meet the woman afterwards. And, Dale ends up teaching Latina gravity magic. Because she didn't like the fact that they weren't sleeping in, the same bed. Because she feels comfortable in that because that's what they usually do, is they stay in the same bed because there's only one bed at the inn. Yeah, there's not room for 2 beds, so... But yeah, they stay in the same bed, and he moves the beds together to make one bed, so they just end up sleeping on the side of the bed, like right next to each other. So they're still in different beds, they're just, a lot closer. Anyway, I think the next day, they end up going to meet with that woman. We find out that, yes, she is a devil. And Latina shows her her broken horn, not the one she broke off, but the other one. And, of course, the woman is horrified at this, because why would someone break a poor child's horn and make them essentially brand them as a criminal? I mean, what the heck did Latina or her family do that caused this? We still have no clue on that. We don't know if it was Latina's fault, or her father's fault, or some misunderstanding, or what. But in this episode, we learn more about the demon lords, the different ones, and what they do. Sadly, I don't remember any of it, but apparently her armband ended up mentioning she was from, dang, I don't even remember what the name of the place is, from a certain area, and that area does not have a demon lord at the time because the person got killed. So they are without a lord, and I guess things are really chaotic there at the time. So that could be part of the reason why they were forced to leave, because it was so bad that everybody, I guess, was getting branded left and right. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out at that at some point, but... Yeah, apparently that woman also ended up falling in love with a human and getting married and all that. And Latina actually asked her before they left, did you ever have kids? And she said they had tried, but apparently it's very difficult for devils to even have kids, so every time they do have a kid, boy or girl, it's always celebrated, because they're essentially... It's very hard for them to conceive, essentially. That sucks. So I guess it's like the dwarves and Dragon Age Origins. It's a lot harder for them to have kids, if I remember correctly. If I'm not, just let me know. And... essentially, I think Latina ended up asking, I think she asked what happened to her husband, and she said that, well, since he was a human, what do you think happened? And, Latina kind of figured that he died because devils obviously live longer than humans. And I think she ended up mentioning that she did not regret her life choices. That she didn't regret, falling in love with a human and marrying him and starting a life with him. Which is good. You shouldn't regret who you fall in love with. It means you made the right choice in who you fell in love with. Because if you end up regretting being with that person, yeah, you made the wrong choice, essentially. But yeah, Latina is a lot happier now about that. But apparently she's still carrying some tension and essentially some bad emotions inside her at this point. But we'll find that out in the next episode. Anyway, if you haven't already subscribed and you like the content on my channel, feel free to, because then you get notified whenever I upload, which is always a good thing, especially because, yeah, YouTube isn't good at reminding people anyway, so yeah. It's always good to be notified. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.